Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. We've got a very cattywampus kind of situation here. I don't know what's going on there. That's okay. It's better. I've got my coffee. I've got my water. I've got you guys. I am so excited that you are waking up with Bunny today. It's going to be a good one. I can just feel it. You can just feel it. Sometimes you can just tell when the internet's going to give you lots of good stuff to kind of unpack, right? So let's get started. Oh, that's tricky. I don't have a... Okay, it's going to give us good stuff to unpack as soon as Twitter X wakes up. Where is everything else I need? Hey, look! Oh my gosh. Let's take a drink. That's awesome. Okay, that's enough of that. Why is this not going to be the day? Let's try this again. There it is. Now it's going to load. We've got this. No problem. No problem. The joys of live programming. All right. All right. Let's unpack this. Let's unpack this. Let's just see what Kate has to say this morning, because she is a girl who hangs out in the red pill space, but doesn't really like the red pill space, but still gets a lot of great attention from the red pill space. So it's like there's a lot of arguing going on. There's a lot of, her trying to prove that she's the exception to every single rule on the planet. She's a Dallas girl, so she's in our neighborhood. Red pill maxims I like. Oh, it's a list of ones that she likes. There we go. I'll take it. Men are success objects. Women are sex objects. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Men's respect, the respect that men receive, is definitely based on their what they are able to produce. So this is very very true information. And women love to be objectified. We are sexual objects. That's what we were created to be, was to be the man's complement. And that is sexual along with every other way that you can be. She's not yours. It's just your turn. Absolutely. This is a rule of thumb that gets a lot of guys really butthurt. And the fact of the matter is that all relationships are transitory. Someone likely came before you. Someone will likely come after you, whether it's because you die, whether it's because you break up, whether it's because she gets tired of you, whether it's because you get tired of her. Whatever the case may be, there are limits to the one-on-one relationship that you're going to share. So the only cure for that is for you two to die at the exact same time. Otherwise, all relationships are transitory. 3, women love opportunistically. Men love ideally. Absolutely. Men are the actual romantics, and women are the absolute savages. This is the truth. This is the way that we have been trained to behave throughout life. Think in pioneer days. A man went off and he didn't come home. He would get mauled by a bear or something along these lines. Like, you never knew whether it was war, whether it was wildlife, whether it was just other men at the hand of other men. Women have to be resilient, and we have to brush ourselves off and protect ourselves and our children, number one. Women are natural plate spinners. I think it's better to say that women are better at hiding other men from men. Which is absolutely true. And it makes this point pseudo true. But we know to not even talk about brothers, not talk about fathers, not talk about male bosses with any affinity whatsoever, because guys get jealous. So we have to be very good at hiding the other men in our lives, whether they're other sexual romantic partners or whether they're just other men that we think a lot of and look up to. Be your own mental point of origin. Absolutely. You know, we place a lot of emphasis on the relationship building and the things that you can do to make sure that you're attracting the kind of women that you most desire, that you are keeping them around if you want them around. But the bottom line is, if womanizing, if being a player, if being a playboy, if being in a relationship is actually taking away from your mission, from the mission that you have to build an empire, to build a business that will last generations, to feed yourself, to clothe yourself, to keep a roof over your head, then that is the wrong priority. You need to make yourself your main point of origin, and then everything else tends to fall into place better. Now, that's not to say that the broke-ass broke drummer in some cover band that's living out of his car can't fuck a lot of hot chicks. But as far as your mental well-being, you need to make sure that you're on stage first, that you're at practice first, and then after the show, you can fuck those hot chicks in your car. So be your own mental point of origin. And all relationships are transactional. You know, girls do tend to, once the times get tough, there are a lot of girls who tend to get very frustrated because girls think in shorter term blips when it comes to actual relationship. It's not true with every single thing. We can think long term with making sure that we're living in a neighborhood that feeds into the right kinds of schools all the way up through high school. Even if we aren't even mothers yet, we're already thinking about that. We can be preschoolers thinking about our wedding, thinking about the man we're going to marry, thinking about the house that we're going to have with him. But when it comes to relationships, oftentimes when the going gets tough, the girls get gone. So all relationships are transactional because she is feeding him, she is nurturing him, she's celebrating him, she's cheerleading him. And if he is not providing what she needs, she generally books it. There are not many true ride or die girls left because it's so easy to jump ship anymore when the going gets tough. So if you've gone through some hard times and your girl has stuck by you, she may just be a keeper. It's a pretty fucking good sign that she's in it to win it. That doesn't mean that it's not going to still be a struggle for her at times when you're struggling. And we're talking like weeks, months, maybe even years of push. But if she's still there, it's a really good sign. That's a good list. Oh, I should have retweeted that. Let me do that now. Good morning. I love these old school pictures. Fort Worth did this one, but I know that there are several accounts that kind of go along this theme, and I love it. It's so good. Let's see. Good morning. Who's training today? It's a valid question. Let's go on and retweet that. Repost. Father of 23 kids only had sex at night because he thought sperm was asleep. Oh my gosh. Oh, Marty, good find. Oh my. I know it sounds dumb, but think about it. They're little humans just like us. They gotta sleep. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. 23 women because 23, yeah. Also, Balancer, thank you so much. Everybody like, subscribe, share with your friends, invite people to the show, invite people to tune in. If you know someone who you think would really love Waking Up with Bunny and you guys, Thank you so much, Balancer, for that daily reminder to ask people for the likes. Let's see. What else? There are pretty girls everywhere. There are few men with their shit together. That's absolutely true. And I will say that men are better at appearing like they have their shit together. And this is where that faking it till you make it kind of comes in. But it gets to be a rub once the layers start to come off and maybe the defenses kind of come down and the girl realizes kind of what she's locked herself into in a way. It's tricky. It's a tricky thing as a female to navigate because we've got a presentation that doesn't really match what's already there. And this isn't the same thing as not putting your best self forward. You should always do that. You should design your life around the way that you want to present yourself to the world, and then go through every step of trying to figure out what that person would look like doing different things, living life different ways, and then build your wardrobe, build your appearance, build your life around that. So they appear to have their shit together, but in the process of that, they're also building a life. But I just want to caution, because this has happened to me a couple of times where men have actually said things that indicated that they were far more successful than they actually were, had plans in place that weren't really there. You know, guys are really great at talking out of their asses. And so I just want to caution you to do that as little as possible if it's with anyone who you ever think will matter, because it's also something that that girls have a hard time processing, knowing that, you know, it wasn't a tease, it was an all-out lie, and something that they're building their world around is crumbling. And that's where girls start to struggle a lot. All right, Balancer, what'd you say? No wonder Fort Worth gets lots of women. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. I was the winner of the heap. I got him. I'm the lucky girl. But he definitely got a lot of practice in before I came on the scene. Let's see, what else is there? Ooh. Day game charisma. Let's see. She can't submit to a man that is shorter than her, is physically weaker than her, is emotionally less stable than her, earns less than her, is less social than her. Nothing personal. She just biologically can't. I would say that this is relatively true. There are rare women who are quite tall, who kind of just have to be okay with dating someone shorter than her. So, and by that I mean submitting, allowing him to still lead. His height doesn't determine whether she respects him or not. So there is that. I would also say that most men are less social than the women that they are with. And I think this is the truer and truer the older the couple becomes. Very few times do the men become more social and the women become less. It's usually quite the opposite, because women are social creatures. So most of us have to adapt to the fact that we're not going to get all of our social needs met by the man that we are dating or married to. We have to have these friendships. We have to have girl friendships, time out with our girls. And that's where a lot of girls also will do a lot of things socially with their children as they get older and old enough to do things like that. They'll go to the theater together. They'll go to art shows together. They'll go to movies or shopping or out to eat with kids, usually more grown kids, teens or adults. But it's because otherwise her social needs would not get met. And we do have social needs, but more often than not, I see men, the older they get, the more they kind of get set in the rut of living and the routine, but it truly is a routine that has become a rut that they have no desire to get out of. And so this can either be incredibly hurtful or disappointing to the women, or they can find ways to be social. So this is a good list. I would say, except for the first and the last. You know, I think there are exceptions to the first, and I think the last is pretty rubbish, because most men are just more happy staying at home and not being as social. There we go. There's a fitness update in case you wanted to see a fitness update of a girl in a shower because the outfit didn't show enough. Let's see. Looking great. Looking great. I get up at 4:30 every morning to hit the gym before work. It sets the tone for my day, gets me energized and focused, and leaves the rest of my day open for getting shit done. It's how I win the day. This is two things. This is 100% accurate. And the people, men or women alike, who can do this, who can actually wake up early in the morning, wake up earlier than they normally would have to, and actually get it done so that way nothing else can steal that time from them, are always winning. I will say, though, that women who post things like this, that is a signal. That is a signal. She's actually, when we post things like this, it's more saying, this is what I'm looking for in my male counterpart also. I expect that to be something that's also important to you, that you will get shit done in the morning, first thing, so that whenever we have time together later, we have our time together. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Let's see, balance rest. Wait, buddy, by social, do you mean going out? You don't mean just talking to your girl. I mean being social, being out, doing things. Men hit about 35 and they start to grouse that they have an event to attend, a wedding, a birthday party, a celebration, a gala. You tend not to want to go on dates anymore. You tend not to want to do stuff. You tend to not want to go to the bars or go play pool or go bowling or go to the golf range with your girl. You tend to be more reclusive. You tend to be more set in your ways, and you want to be at home in your chair. And this is the natural way that things tend to progress. So that's what I mean by social. It also includes not really wanting to talk to your girl. I mean, in all fairness. Good morning, Jorge. I'm so glad you're here. So it is both sides of that coin. Social men get less and less social as they age, more often than not. There are some amazingly wonderful exceptions to this rule, but they are few and far between. And that actually hurts the relationship. Unless she is very resilient and can actually set her mind to realizing that it's not her, it's actually him that is the challenge here, that it's not that he doesn't want to do things with her like he used to, it's that he doesn't want to do things. So that's the difference in the social versus the more antisocial man as he gets older. I need to just stop following this guy. Everything he posts is apparently under subscription now. So I'm like, I'm just going to unfollow you right now because I get so tired of seeing subscribe to unlock every time I see that guy's icon. I hope he has lots of great subscribers. Oh, hello. There we go. That's a good morning for you. Them. You won't take anything with you when you die. Oh, that's hilarious. I'll take those babies with me. Let's see. Cooking salmon. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's see here. This has nothing to do with dating or relationships, but let's just see what this is about. Give yourself 1 point for each thing you've never done. Okay, I have used a rotary phone. I have used a floppy disk. I have used a typewriter. I have taken photos with a film camera. I have listened to music on CD. So far, I have 0 points. I have listened to many cassette tapes. I have listened to vinyl records. I have listened to music on a Walkman. I have listened to a boombox, music on a boombox outside. I have watched a video from VHS. I have sent or received faxes. Oh my gosh. I have recorded music from a radio to a cassette. I have rented movies or videos from Blockbuster. I have accessed internet by dial-up. I have used a phone book. I have sent postcards. I have used a paper map to get somewhere. I do own a dictionary. It's right there. It's literally right there. My favorite dictionary. I have owned encyclopedias. And I have paid with paper check. Oh my gosh, I got 0 points. And apparently that list just completely told my age, which I'm 45, so that's not anything new. But that's pretty funny. That's pretty freaking funny. Or am I 46? I don't remember. Let's see. Good morning. I do love the good morning pictures. I'm anti good morning text, but I love good morning posts. Okay. I'm going to open this up because this is... It's true. This is one of those things that amazes me about the health of North America, in that it is built so car centric, and that drives me absolutely crazy. No pun intended. I much prefer to ride my bicycle and to walk everywhere I'm going. And I'm one of those who genuinely gets annoyed if I need to get in a car in order to go somewhere. And that tends to be quite often because we have a dry cleaners that we don't like any of the dry cleaners in the neighborhood. So I have to leave the neighborhood in order to do that. I can't just walk that down to the corner place because they destroy everything every time we've used them. Groceries, we've got a grocery store like a half a mile away. Theoretically, it's still in walking distance or in riding distance, but it's just far enough, in the Texas heat that you don't tend to walk there, but about 2 months out of the year. And kids' schools, they're spread out further than they used to be. I feel like people used to congregate and live close to their school so that everyone could walk to school. So I'm very much of the European mindset, with being more bicycle and walking friendly. The North American car infrastructure is absolutely a nightmare. It's making us sick. I don't do politics. What in the world?
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
Nope. Anyway, watch this.
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
Nope. Anyway, watch this.
That's just fucking funny. That's just funny. Oh, that sucks. I passed my state bar exam. Then like one day later, or no time at all, it's, oh my God, my first client got sentenced to life. Well, they probably deserved it. If it takes a lot to be sentenced to life, let's just face it. Oh man. I cannot think of a better gun owner than black women. Okay, I want to look for something specific. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to go to Fort Worth's page because he just launched a new book that I think you guys will fucking love. And I want you to check it out. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. It's called Her Indicators of Interest, and it is gold. Oh my goodness, I am not seeing it. Let's just talk about how not everyone ages this well. Not everyone ages as well as Patrick Dempsey or George Clooney. He's another great example. Tom Cruise. These people are outliers. Everyone else, all of us, male and women, men and women alike, we all age like curdled milk. That's just all there is to that one. All right, let's just go to his Gumroad page because I want to show you guys this book. There it is. It's the first thing. Yes, thank you, Balancer. You see it on his page. Indicators of interest. How to know if a girl is interested in you. Guys, if this applies to girls that you are on first dates with or 1,000 first dates with, this stuff applies even in relationship as well as in your getting to know you phase of relationship. How to know if a girl is interested in you. She smiles at you, speaks up a bit, touches her hair, moves closer to you, laughs at all your lame jokes. These are all indicators of interest that you need to know. All girls will give indicators of interest, but some girls will give you different indicators. Girls cannot afford for you not to pick up on their indicators because there are so few men worth meeting, dating, fucking, and she knows this. The problem is girls cannot approach men who they're interested in. They're conditioned from birth not to show interest in a man or men they find attractive. All she can do is put herself in your proximity. This is 1000% true, and let nature take its course. She'll knowingly and unknowingly give you indicators of interest. You need to know the indicators of interest and how to move a girl forward through your seduction. The problem is when you don't know what to look for, you miss the obvious signs. This is so good. This is critical information that everyone needs to know, whether you're doing day game, night game, picking up girls on Tinder or any of the dating or social media apps. You need to know the indicators of interest. The good news is you won't be missing any more opportunities with girls you find attractive. You'll also discover that what disinterest looks like, so you can quickly cut it short and go talk to girls who are signaling that they are interested. Don't miss out on another pretty girl who's interested in you. Publishing date is 10/14. He's got special pre-published price now. I'm going to link this in the chat. Thank you, Balancer, for already saying you got it. It's there. This is, I might have to take that off. This is such a good book, and I have been loving reading it as he goes and as he's writing it. And then this will publish on the 14th of October. So I hope that you guys will take advantage of that pre-sale pricing, and I hope that you enjoy the book once you get it. Oh, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you today and every day for waking up with Bunny. I truly appreciate it, and I love this time with you. Thank you for joining in the chat. Thank you to all of you who watch, but don't jump in the chat. I get it. Not everybody wants to come on my Playboys Bunny show and be visible. But I know that you're there, and I appreciate it, because a lot of you guys jump into DMs. You reach out to me on the backside. You email me, and you tell me that you're there, and I appreciate that more than you know. So thank you guys so much. 30 minutes flies fast. That's the whole point. This is a little bite-sized show just to kind of get the motor running in the morning. So thank you guys, and I will see you again in 23 and a half hours.